It's day one of Shabana Mahmood's tenure as the Secretary of the Home Office, the Home Secretary, maybe I should say. And she's had 1,000 Deliveroo drivers cross the border. I'm not joking. This is what these people are doing. Recently, The Sun did an investigation into this, and we're like, oh, right, what's happening is that people who are here legally, but are connected to the illegals, are subletting their Deliveroo or Just Eats or Uber Eats accounts for however much. It could be like, £100 a month, £40 a month, whatever. They're subletting them to illegals. So because they get processed really fast, like they say, it could be within hours of landing in the UK. They could be making like money on the side whilst you're funding them to be here. So, I mean, they can be making up to apparently 1,000 a week. Now, other estimates are like £500 a week. But then on top of the money we're giving them, that's still going to be a sort of net revenue gain of roughly £4 to £5 a week when you include the money we give them, rent, bills, anything like that. You could be literally looking like £4 to £5 a month that they're netting from us. And it's just like, this is wild, isn't it? I mean, I'll go through some of this. It's just mad how this is the problem that we have, right? So, of course, they're not allowed to work while they're applying for asylum, and everyone knows that they're doing it. One Deliveroo dealer who was taking part in this, again, you can rent these accounts for apparently as little as £40 a week, because they're exploiting a loophole which allows legitimate account holders to sublet work, even though signing up for the account is free. But, of course, they don't sign up for the account because then they would have paperwork that would be checked. One online group has 20,000 members in it, and sees dozens of posts a day advertising illicit accounts that require no documents, because, of course, why would you? When asked if having no documents is a problem, one Deliveroo dealer told him, "You will not be caught, inshallah." We are not a serious country. Like, everything about my country is just comical and stupid at the moment, and it's really embarrassing. So, of course, the Deliveroo market as well, it's a very regular pay. It's like daily pay, I think it is. So you get a lot of illegals just doing this. They've got one example where Just Eat has paid 50 workers into a single bank account. They don't care. Just Eat don't care. And we're going to get to why they don't care in a minute, for example, just so you know. But it's just, this is what Macron means when he means, oh, you're a target for this thing. Because, I mean, making 500 quid a week, 1,000 quid a week, for these people, back from where they come from, for such trivial work, is a fortune. And so, unsurprisingly, they're just making out as best they can before they get deported. Because I think they think they're going to get deported, right? So, anyway, obviously, this is not making the place any better. Right? It's making it more dangerous and more unpleasant to live in Britain because all of these people are around. Now, I know it's very easy to go, well, isn't this your fault for getting Deliveroo and Just Eat or whatever? And to that I say, not me. But it is the vice of the general public to want takeaway food delivered on like a Friday evening or something because, you've had a long week, you don't want to work, and you assume that the person that is delivering the food has been legally employed. I mean, it's, up to the company to make sure that those people they're employing are not illegals. It's not the fault of the person ordering it. But, I mean, I think we all would benefit by not doing this. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to be harsh and judgmental about it, although I could be. I can understand why people do it. I'm sure that, I've done it in the past. But I definitely try not to as much as I can. But anyway, so this is just one example in London where a nice area has had, dozens of complaints lodged because there's antisocial behaviour and it is a crime hotspot because there are just Deliveroo drivers congregating near this McDonald's all the time, delivering food. Chloe says they drive up the wrong way along this road a lot. It's a one-way street. We had one incident where we asked someone that it was politely not to do that because we've got two very young children and they were very, very aggressive. I mean, it was pretty bad. There are other examples. One father says it's not uncommon to have people sitting on a fence. They'll drop their litter in our garden. We've had people urinate. We've had drug dealers. They're very aggressive towards residents. I mean, their stock response to nearly everyone on the roads I've spoken to is, we know where you are At that point, those particularly with young children will back off. Right, so they're threatening the residents. Like, a bunch of illegals are here illegally, working illegally, and threatening people. Like, sorry, none of these people should be here at all. And again, yeah, guess what else? Obviously, it's drug dealers. And you've got people saying that, look, I don't feel safe, my wife doesn't feel safe, because why would you feel safe with these people around? These people shouldn't be here. And they're just here to get what they can, while they can. Anyway, back in July, the government did say, right, we're going to have a clampdown on delivery riders working illegally. It's like, okay, that's great. I mean, there are so many crimes that go on in this country. At least something is being done about some of it. And they're like, yes, we got them. And it turned out not to be very impressive, actually. They stopped 1,780 people, and they arrested 280, and of these, 53 are having their asylum support reviewed, which could lead to it being withdrawn. Flog them and deport them. Physically deport them. In fact, to be honest with you, do I think all of these were legally working? No, I don't, actually, I've got to be honest. But the point being, this is a drop in the bucket, and nothing's even really happened. Or they're having their asylum support reviewed, so you're still paying for them. I mean, it's just insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. While these people are making thousands of pounds doing illicit work, and that is also paying people who shouldn't be subletting their accounts, blah, blah, blah. And this is just the way that the country... This is just one aspect of our country where it's just, right, the dark Deliveroo economy is making the country worse, and there's nothing we can do about it. The government is trivial. What they're doing is trivial at best. And when this is raised, Uber Eats, and, the rest of it are just like, well, if you crack down on them, the takeaway prices will go up. And it's like... Man, I'd just ban this. I would just ban this outright. Because it used to be, before these apps existed, that the takeaway itself would have to hire and employ someone to do the deliveries in the local area. Of course, now it's done remotely via the app in aggregate. And it's like, no, I just ban this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of just this really open, dark economy that is allowing these people to exploit us, which is all that's happening here. But anyway, the Uber Eats said that the new rules intended to clamp down on illegal working would have an adverse impact on our business, including expenses necessary to comply with such laws and regulations. Right, that's really, really interesting, because what you're saying is your business is predicated on mass illegal labour. Mass illegals coming into the country, unvetted, undocumented, and working for you at a fraction of the price of a normal person, because of course I don't doubt these people are definitely undercutting the native workers, and then complaining when people are like, actually, I don't want this, again, low-level lawlessness to be a normal feature of British life. Actually, this isn't good for us. Actually, we should do something about this, because this would be one of those aspects where Uber Eats are like, no, we're making profit, being a magnet for the illegals coming to this country, and if you do anything about that, you're the ones who bear the cost. And it's like, I would rather pay more for a takeaway than have any person raped or murdered by an illegal who broke into this country. It's that simple, frankly. I would rather every person in the country pay more than anyone be killed. I mean, just the fucking balls on them to come and be like, well, this will have an adverse effect on business. It's going to cost you more. I'm smiling, but I'm really angry inside, I swear to God. Like, I am so angry. This is just, continues to be abuse in the system. Yeah, no kidding. This is non-stop, because of course the system is there to be abused. And Shabana Mahmood is not going to do anything about this. The government is not really going to do anything. They're going to arrest 53 guys and threaten them with deportation, wagging their fingers at them. Nothing is going to happen. And by God, it's just so insufferable, man. And Uber's like, oh yeah, we'll block thousands of accounts. Like, yeah, bollocks. The thing is, right, there are going to be well north of 100,000 people doing this as well. That's the thing. Like, we don't know how many Uber Eats drivers, how many Deliveroo drivers there are. We don't know how many there are. But there are definitely, because the public figures for some reason are not, the figures are not public for some reason. But there are definitely going to be well north of 100,000, but there's going to be way more than that. And think about the sort of kitchens and the places that you go by. These people cram into tiny spaces. They don't care about any of that because this is not a permanent arrangement for them. This is get what you can, while the getting is good. Well, we should really stop the getting from being good. So either we come down really hard on these companies and make their lives a lot more difficult and make them go, well, an increase in administrative price expenses, an increase in wages or whatever it is going to make delivery more expensive. It's like, okay, fine, cook your own fucking food. Or we just allow the slow decline into mediocrity and illegality in this country. So, I mean, make your choice.